Hi, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you a little bit of brickwork using this high density foam. These are a couple scrap pieces. I'm show you what I'm talking about. You know, I don't know if you can see the bricks on this. Here's another piece made out of the same sort of stuff. It's a bridge. Okay, so anyways, I'm going to show you a very simple way of making a nice little piece. This can apply to model railroad as well as Warhammer and fantasy type Dungeons and Dragon games, which I like playing. As before, this is the stuff that I use all the time. It's hardboard. This is just a scrap little piece. Normally I cut it with a bandsaw. You can use a coping saw. If you're pretty tough, you can use scissors. I mean, don't use these with your mom's good ones. These are those, funky type scissors. You can get really good ones of these. It'll cut through this, no problem. Myself, I'm going to go over and use the bandsaw and just cut off a little piece to match these chunks here. 1 second. Okay. So now I got a little piece. I've rounded the edges. I don't like the square pieces. Some people like square pieces. I always round the edges. Again, like in the trees, I like to feather the edge so that it's not just a really sharp edge. I like to feather it down to the ground. You can do that with a knife like this. Just whittle it off a little bit. As this is going to be coated with a plaster and it's sort of a coating mix for the styrofoam. You don't have to have it, perfect. Don't spend a lot of time doing it. Basically, I just round it off. Like I said, you can either use a knife like this, or this is a handy tool that I use all the time. It's a wood rasp, and I mean, it'll chew through this stuff pretty good. This one has a flat portion and a curved portion. This is actually a really good one. But okay, good enough. Now, I'm going to make an old building that's started to fall down and been burnt a little bit. So this piece I've actually already cut. I'm using 1/2-inch styro span. The hard pink stuff instead of the blue stuff. If you can't find this stuff, by the way, in your area, send me an email. I can always, send you some at, my cost. Postage is horrific up here in Canada, so, but, I mean, you should be able to find it at your place. A 1/2-inch board is about $5 for, you can get a lot of pieces because it's 2 feet by 8 feet. Okay, so I'm going to make that about like this. For roughing, I mean, usually I just break it, hey? Stuff cuts really easy. Okay, so I'm going to step down this wall a little bit, and at the bottom break it off a little bit. This is going to be a solid wall. I'm going to put a window in this one too. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm actually going to use a little piece of this plastic stuff. I don't know if you can see this. It's what is it? It's a huge roll of fencing is what they use. It's a plastic fencing. Somebody said that you can cut these things off the bottom of garden trays, with the planting trays, or you can just make them out of toothpicks, eh? I like these just because it saves time and they're about the right size for a 25mm scale. Okay, so I just use one of these Olfa style knives. I'm going to have some editing, especially with YouTube only giving you 10 minutes nowadays. So anyways, I cut out a rough square, pop it out, and it's broke. That's okay. You just, glue it together. This is a good example of doing repairs anyways. Which brings me to toothpicks. Toothpicks. Once you start into miniatures, there's all kinds of stuff that are really handy. These toothpicks here, they're great for repair, okay, especially in this foam. Okay, that's pretty easy. Put a little bit of glue in there and no problem. There's these are really neat. They're little 1/8-inch square type toothpicks. They're perfect for all kinds of stuff. I like them for beams because they're both the right size for a 6" by 6" beam in this 25mm scale. These are really neat. I use these ones all the time for railings and stuff. I think they're the same as, you probably can't see. Anyways, they're the same as the ones that are on those little umbrellas, minus the umbrella. Okay? So they're turned. They've got a really nice spiral type turning on them. Great for doing railings on doll houses and stuff like that. The other things I use a lot are coffee stir sticks. And they come in all different sizes, you know, not just the popsicle size, but these ones are, looks like about 7" by 3/8 of an inch. Yeah, they're 7 inches long. It says 1/4 inch, but they're actually fairly fat. These ones here are 5.5 inches, but they're a lot thinner, you know, so if you're looking at thickness wise, and these are cheap. These are, you know, probably $2 or $3 for a box of 1,000. I use these for flooring. I use these for floor roofing joists. They're actually what we're going to use on this little building here for bits of the roof rafters.